What's going on, everyone? This is Fighting Words with Kevin Shells. I'm Shells.
Kev, 8 Count Sports.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And tonight, we're doing predictions for UFC 272. This
270.
is an epic one, man. This is a close second because this is the grudge match that you can't write in the movies.
No.
Like it's like a script. Like started as best friends, now turn worst enemies. It's like a
A
movie.
lot of history. A lot of
A
history.
lot of history. A lot of history. It's like a movie, man.
It seems like Covington is always getting into these fights with his history, where it was bad blood in his history.
I
We
mean,
had
he
Woodley, we
is
had Usman, Price.
he's the heel, man. He's the heel. He's the heel of the UFC, bro.
Well, he knows he's going up against a guy that has a pretty strong rep too. You know, your man BMF.
But he's not a heel though. He's beloved. That's a thing. He's a beloved character. But I don't want like that. Back to that BMF situation. That's the only thing the only thing that I'm not happy about in regards to this bout is they did not put the BMF belt on the line. That's the only that it makes no sense to me that they don't put this BMF belt up. Like real talk, after this, I don't want to hear Masvidal call himself the BMF anymore. Because if you can't put the belt up, what's the point of being the BMF? If you're the BMF, you should be able to prove it all the time.
Well, I mean, Dana said it was a
And
one-off, right?
man, I agree with Uncle Dana a lot of things, but in this instance, he's wrong. He should have let this belt be an actual belt.
Well, I
But
mean, I don't know why they fighting. Why would they be fighting for the BMF if Usman is the BMF anyway? But that's another story for another day. Don't even get me started on that.
listen, the
Don't
belt
get
was
me
never
started.
put up when Usman knocked out Mas. The belt
Yo,
was never put up. If it was put up, then that's different. It was not commissioned. If they
put
the
up,
commission
he
put it,
took it.
yes,
He took the belt.
man, you
They
gotta
had to
put it.
put it up.
You gotta shoot that belt with respect. You gotta be able. You gotta put it up officially,
Getting
and
knocked
that's
out is not
how.
showing the belt respect.
Man, he got knocked out fighting for the championship belt for middleweight, correct?
Not welterweight.
For welterweight, for
Welterweight.
welterweight. You treat the belt
And
with respect, bro.
and
You got you the belt. You got to treat that belt with respect, bro.
man, come on. So what you think of this fight, man?
I mean, speaking of the welterweight championship, I think this is a this I don't think this is a contender match, but this will let you know who may get another try with it.
Right.
You know, we all know that Usman's next fighter right now is my man who got the two piece and the sword the infamous the first instance of the two piece
Oh,
with
Leon
the
Edwards.
soda. You know what I'm saying? The first instance of the two piece. So we already know that's what's happening with Usman. But
That fight
this
is locked
and
in.
that's a good question. I
Probably.
don't think I don't know if Ink
Yeah.
touched the paper yet.
Yeah, I feel like they trying to hold out on giving guys title shots, Dana.
I no, I don't. Well, Usman been pretty busy, so they're probably just giving him a break.
Right. True.
But they definitely just said Edwards is the next in line. They
Okay.
definitely said. So I'd be surprised if something else happened. Unless the only I see someone jumping him is if Kamzat makes an example out of Gilbert and they say, yo, just give this dude the title. Or they might have him fight Edwards, or they might have Kamzat fight Edwards because they were supposed to fight already before. But that's a whole lot of ifs. So let's just put that to the side for now. But that might be the case.
He's been talking it up, hasn't he?
I'll talk it up too if no one wants to fight me. Well, no,
You got to
bro.
get the spot first. I mean, could he beat somebody in the top 10?
He's about to fight Gilbert, isn't he?
All right. He ain't beat
about to find out.
yet. All right.
About to find out.
Put a belt on him. All right.
About to find out. But we digress. Let's get back to the fight. Let's make our predictions.
I think in this fight we talking about Covington against Masvidal. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Covington has been more busy. He's looked better. Masvidal lost his last 2 fights, even though they were to Usman, which is a plus. I mean, you losing to the best guy and probably the best welterweight of all time.
And it so happened that the guy you fight lost to him too, twice.
Yeah, exactly. But boy, See, when guys get
Two
knocked
different kind
out,
of fights. Yeah,
when guys get knocked out like that, bro,
yeah.
I think it changes. It changes them, and I think Covington's going to dominate the fight. I
Mm.
think one thing about Masvidal is that he's not predictable with his strikes, and at times Colby likes to mix it up. But I think once Masvidal gets comfortable looking to mix it up, he's gonna get taken down, and I think Colby's gonna dominate in that way. So I got Colby winning a 5-round decision. I don't
Oh,
see
he's
Colby knocking him out. Colby doesn't have that kind of power, but I think he'll be able to dominate him on the ground and really wear him out. Mind you, Masvidal is 3 years older at 37, so I see the fight going that way. So I got Covington by 5-round decision.
So you think it's gonna be a war, and you think that it's gonna be a lot of ground
I don't
games?
think it's gonna be a war.
Oh, you don't think it's gonna be a war? Okay.
I think in the first, I think what's gonna happen is in spots, Masvidal is gonna have chances, but I think Covington is going to dictate the terms of the fight. I think when they're on their feet, he'll try to initiate contact and flurry and exchange with Masvidal a little bit, but when Masvidal starts to get comfortable, he'll get taken down. I think Kobe's gonna go for takedowns, and that'll leave Masvidal off balance and things like that. I think Kobe is gonna carry the fight and fight when he wants to fight, which is gonna throw Masvidal off. One thing about Masvidal, he has great takedown defense, though. I will say that. So it'll be interesting to see if Kobe can get him down and keep him there for a long period of time. If that doesn't happen, see the one thing that I do see Masvidal having an advantage of is we've only seen him fight 2 times probably in the last 2 years, and that was against Usman. So there's not, I mean, if he's really fallen off, there's no way to detect it. I mean, he got knocked out by Usman, but the fight was pretty even kill before that. So I think there's an element of surprise for Masvidal in regards to Masvidal. If he hasn't fallen off and he comes in sharp, I think that'll be a bit of a surprise. And he's able to deny takedowns. I think that'll be a plus for him. But I just think that Covington has just been hot. This is his time. Like outside of Usman, this is really his time. And I think he'll keep Masvidal off balance, keep him guessing. He throws a high volume of punches, and when Masvidal looks to shoot to answer back, he'll get taken down. So I got Covington by 5-round decision, unanimous.
Yeah, it was great. You took the thoughts right out of my head when you brought up Masvidal's takedown defense, because I thought about his last 2 fights with All-American wrestler Usman. And even from the first bout, I remember him doing pretty well with keeping the fight on the feet.
Yeah.
Which is why Usman resulted to, because his experience told him like because Usman don't get enough he doesn't get enough credit for his fighting IQ.
Right.
Like instead of keep shooting for a takedown, which is going to expel a lot of energy, he just keeps against the fence and stomps his feet.
Yeah.
First round. Second bout is to show you how good of an all-around fighter he is, because he took it to striking, and we knew how that ended. Masvidal's only knockout. But in regards to the takedown defense, Masvidal was pretty good against Usman. So I don't doubt it against Covington now.
Right.
And that makes me feel it's gonna be an all-out fisticuff war. That's what I see. I see a war.
I would love
5-rounder.
I would love that.
5-rounder. But I do see Covington winning that.
Coming out of it.
But out of a war, I don't see his ground game as being the fact that I got him the victory. I think he may attempt it in the first round, but I think he's too experienced. He's not gonna make the same mistake Bronson made.
I gotta ask a question. May I cut you off?
No, go ahead.
Do you think you think Covington could win a shootout with a striking contest with Masvidal?
Yes.
Wow.
The only person who remember, hold on, time out. Remember, both of their last 2 losses was against the same guy. And if you look at how those 4 different fights went, you see whose technique is, like, for example, Covington's 2 fights with Usman, those were blow for blow exchange wars.
Right.
Covington, the Nigerian Nightmare against Masvidal, one was a toe stomper, the other one didn't go the distance.
Yeah. All right, but here's the thing though. Usman got that one hit quitter, and Masvidal too. But he doesn't just have it with one. What, like, Masvidal has multiple weapons he can put you out with. Like that's what I'm. The concept of them having a straight up fist fight and Kobe, because Kobe's not is a volume puncher. He's not really a guy that's going one punch.
That fight is gonna be a war.
If he's gonna beat him on the feet, that would mean, I mean, for 5 rounds, you think you could stand with him? All right.
If he was able to stand with Usman, yes. I have a lot of faith in Covington's chin. Remember, Covington is the one who fought with a broken jaw.
True.
His chin is damn near titanium. like I definitely don't see Masvidal knocking him out.
Yeah.
I also don't see Covington knocking out Masvidal.
Right.
Or he probably could, because like you said, after knockout the fight had changed. So he had a different chin from before his second bout with Usman.
Right.
We all say that. So we may see a second. This may really tell us where Masvidal is. But I see it's a 5-round war. I'm giving Masvidal the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Because I seen his endurance against Nate Diaz, somebody who doesn't go down.
That's a great comparison.
Yeah, and I seen how far he's willing to go with that. Yeah. So I can't doubt Masvidal's durability. And we've already seen Covington's durability against Usman those last 2 fights. This is gonna be a war, man. I think it's gonna go down to who wants it more. And I just see Covington. I think Covington knows that he's just, in his mind, is this and then Usman again.
Right.
You know, Masvidal has Masvidal has so many out. Masvidal could still go back and fight Nate Diaz. Masvidal could fight Conor McGregor.
Right.
That fight is still flooded. There's certain fights Masvidal has that this fight was not going to determine the outcome. The outcome of the fight is not going to tarnish those fights.
Right.
But this is Covington's, like, this is his lane. This is him. Like, he's trying, like, is this.
Do you think? All right. Well, let me ask you this: if Masvidal got beat bad in this fight, you don't think that would diminish him in any way? I mean, like his future in the UFC.
Now he still got mega fights because he
could lose a bad loss.
How bad of a loss? Like another knockout? The worst I can see is another knockout.
I don't necessarily think is the Usman, because I mean, if he gets beat bad coming off of that knockout, I think that would be indication that he's washed at this point, that he's damaged goods.
But I still,
if that was to happen, I guess a guy that's not a big puncher like that. Kobe's not, so if something like that. I mean, that would be the one scenario I'm saying where.
But here's the guys that I mentioned though. Nate Diaz, who's coming off a loss. Conor McGregor, who's coming off a loss. Like, he could still fight these dudes. He could still fight those fights. Those fights are still sell.
Here's the thing with that. There's losses, and then there's losses. Like McGregor, like we agreed, he had the alibi in his last loss. When we talking about Nate Diaz ain't. I don't recall a fight Nate Diaz getting like annihilated. Like I don't remember that. So this would be back to back. I'm saying if he were to lose badly, Masvidal, this would be back to back bad losses. So I think that's the one scenario where those future those opponents would be exist. Yeah.
I mean, I don't see that. There's too many fights to you know what's crazy about the UFC? The UFC is like you could lose a couple fights, and if you still have that star power, you can still find yourself in some mega fights.
Entertainment.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't see his star power dimension off a loss with Covington.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But like I said, I just believe it's gonna be a 5-rounder, but it's gonna go to decision for Covington.
That's what's up. I like what you're saying. I hope the fight goes that way. And if it does, but here's the thing. If the fight goes that way where it's a shootout, bro, I think Masvidal will knock him out. Because the
I don't
difference
see how you
between
doubt Covington's chin like that.
nah, it's not that. I don't care what your chin is like. If somebody catching you right, it'll be over for you. The difference between Masvidal and Usman is that Usman, you know what's coming. His power, he has a very good jab, but that right hand is what it is. It's like for the boxing fans, Klitschko and them, you know that right hand is coming, and he has such a good jab that he can cover the right hand. Like with Masvidal, he actually used his hand and pull his left hand to pull Masvidal's guard down before he landed. Like he has a very good left hand that sets up the right hand. Masvidal can land from like, he's good. You can't, Colby likes to exchange. I don't see him really trying Masvidal in that way, trying to exchange with him. It's two different, like, I don't see that, bro.
So if he can't,
I think he's going to try to take him down. Like if they get into a shootout, I think Masvidal going to knock him out.
so that means Covington's in a lot of trouble because I think Masvidal's ground game is too, like, I don't see.
He's going to deny everything.
Yo, I don't even see Covington keeping him on the ground for long. And how much and is Covington that inexperienced to keep going for the ground? And if that's the case, he's gonna expect it's not gonna go 5 rounds. You can't keep shooting for 5 rounds, bro. Unless you could be with that superhuman.
I don't know. I think your take might be changing my mind a little bit.
Yo,
because when I brought up the takedowns, I brought that up off the fly. I wasn't really, as I started my prediction saying Kobe gonna win. And then I started to talk about the takedown defense, and I'm like, wait.
Yo, it's serious.
Bro, I'm changing my pick, bro.
Covington did
No, I'm not changing my pick. I'm not changing my pick. I'm sorry. Coming off of that knockout like that, bro, you might be a little tentative. And all I'm saying is that puncher, I don't know. Like Kobe, you might be able to take advantage. Because I felt that's what he did against Woodley. I felt that happened against Woodley when I honestly feel, and this is not to take nothing away from Covington, I feel like if he would have fought Woodley prior to Woodley fighting Usman and Burns, the way I think he would have got lit up. But by the time it looked like Woodley was so tentative, and I don't know if I wonder after coming on for this knockdown what Masvidal are we gonna see. So I gotta go with Covington because I just don't. Covington is what we know. Masvidal right now is a bit we don't know. So I'll stick with what I know.
Give our predictions for the main event for UFC 272. Team Masvidal and Covington.
For the invisible BMF belt.
Yes, I don't want to go into that, man. But we both got Covington winning, but just 2 different ways. A 5-round domination from Kev, 5-round war from me. We'll see how we go.
Right.
Until then, guys. It's been Fighting Words. Please like, share, subscribe to our content. Spread the word. It's Fighting Words. Kevin Shells. Until next time. Peace.
Stay safe.